Today, I want to talk about a truth that many people shy away from. The reason why, despite working tirelessly, so many of us remain trapped in financial struggle. It's not always about income or opportunity. It's often about choices we make every single day. Choices that seem small, even trivial, but over time they shape our financial destiny. We live in a world that constantly tempts us with instant gratification. Shiny new cars, fast food, streaming subscriptions, and the hope of winning big in the lottery. These purchases may bring momentary pleasure, but they silently drain our resources, keeping us stuck in cycles of financial stress. Today, we're going to explore 4 fundamental keynotes to understand why poor people keep buying these 7 things, and how you can break free and reclaim control of your financial future. The first reason many people remain trapped in financial struggle is instant gratification, the irresistible urge to satisfy desires immediately rather than planning for the long term. This human tendency is deeply rooted in our biology. Our brains release dopamine when we acquire something we want, giving us a temporary sense of pleasure. But this short-term reward often comes at the expense of long-term growth. Think about the everyday purchases that seem harmless. That extra cup of coffee, the latest gadget, a brand new car, or an impulsive fast food meal. On the surface, these items give joy, convenience, or social validation, yet each one carries a hidden cost. Money spent today is money not invested, not compounded, and not working for your future. Psychologists have found that humans naturally prioritize immediate rewards over delayed benefits. This is why people consistently choose purchases that feel good now, rather than the slow, invisible growth that comes from investing, saving, or careful financial planning. The challenge is compounded when marketing and society normalize these behaviors. Billboards, social media ads, and peer pressure encourage consumption as a measure of success. People mistakenly believe that buying more means achieving more, not realizing that wealth is created through smart restraint, not constant spending. The cycle perpetuates itself, buying for instant pleasure, feeling temporarily satisfied, returning to work for more money to buy again, and repeating. Over time, these patterns accumulate into thousands, even hundreds of thousands of dollars lost. These are the silent killers of financial progress. Breaking free from this psychological trap requires awareness and intentional decision-making. It means learning to delay gratification and viewing money as a tool to create freedom rather than immediate pleasure. By recognizing the dopamine-driven impulses behind purchases, you can shift your mindset from consumption to investment, from short-term satisfaction to long-term prosperity. The second reason lies in specific purchases that systematically destroy wealth, often without people realizing it. The 7 main culprits are deceptively common in everyday life. Brand new cars, driving a new car off the lot is like watching money disappear. In the first year alone, a new car can lose 20 to 30% of its value. People often take loans to buy cars they cannot afford, paying high interest while their car depreciates rapidly. Lottery tickets. The lottery sells hope at a steep price. Millions spend hundreds or thousands of dollars annually chasing impossible odds. Over decades, this could amount to hundreds of thousands lost. Money that could have grown exponentially if invested wisely. Payday loans. These predatory loans come with interest rates exceeding 300%. They trap people in debt cycles that are almost impossible to escape. Rent-to-own furniture, while convenient, it often costs 4 times the retail price over time, draining resources that could be invested in appreciating assets. Extended warranties. Most products don't break during their extended warranty period. Paying extra for insurance is often money wasted. Cable and streaming services, subscriptions add up silently, costing thousands over a decade. Many people pay for services they rarely use, ignoring their long-term impact. Fast food and daily coffee. Small daily habits like $5 coffee or $10 lunch may feel insignificant, but compounded over 10 years, they can cost tens of thousands of dollars. These purchases share a common thread. They provide instant satisfaction while reducing long-term financial potential. The key realization is that these expenses are not just costs, they are lost opportunities. Every dollar spent on these items is a dollar not growing through investments, savings, or assets that build wealth. Understanding these traps is the first step. Awareness allows you to examine your own habits and see where your money is leaking. Most people underestimate the cumulative effect of these purchases, thinking it's just a little here and there. But the reality is that small, repeated decisions, compounded over years, define financial outcomes. The third keynote is the opportunity cost of every dollar you spend. Opportunity cost is the concept that every choice comes with a trade-off. When you buy a fast food meal, you not only spend $10, but you also lose the potential growth that $10 could generate if invested. This is where wealth and poverty diverge. Poor thinking focuses on immediate need, while wealthy thinking considers long-term potential. Money not invested is money lost in the future. Even small amounts, compounded over decades, can result in hundreds of thousands of dollars. For example, skipping a daily $5 coffee may seem trivial, but $5 per day invested at 10% annual RET, earn over 30 years, could grow to over $100,000. This principle applies to lottery tickets, brand new cars, unnecessary subscriptions, and more. Every frivolous purchase carries a hidden cost far greater than its price tag. The challenge is that humans rarely calculate these long-term losses. The pain of giving up something today is real and immediate, while the rewards of saving and investing are invisible and delayed. This is why people keep repeating the same money mistakes. They don't truly see the lost opportunity to overcome this. Financial literacy is essential. Learning how money grows over time through compound interest allows you to make informed choices. Awareness of opportunity cost creates intentional spending habits, where every purchase is weighed against its potential to grow wealth. When people start viewing money as a tool rather than a commodity for instant satisfaction, they unlock a transformative mindset. Finally, we must focus on solutions and strategies to break free. Awareness alone isn't enough. It must be paired with actionable steps. Buy used instead of new, purchase slightly used cars and electronics, investing the saved difference. Invest in yourself and your future. Replace lottery tickets with contributions to retirement accounts, stocks, or index funds. Avoid high-interest debt. Build an emergency fund to avoid payday loans. Be smart about daily expenses. Meal prep. Brew your coffee at home and limit fast food. Rotate or cut subscriptions. Don't overpay for streaming services or cable. Self-insure instead of buying warranties. Save money for potential repairs instead of paying for unnecessary insurance. Set a systematic plan. Identify one unnecessary purchase per month. Calculate its annual cost and redirect it to an investment account. Over time, these small adjustments compound into life-changing wealth. Breaking free from financial traps requires discipline and consistent small changes. Wealth is built gradually, not overnight. Each dollar saved and invested multiplies over time, creating a snowball effect that transforms your life. Remember, this is not about deprivation. It's about strategic choices. It's about realizing that every dollar you spend is a vote for the kind of life you want. Make conscious choices, and you take control of your financial future. Conclusion. In summary, the reasons poor people continue buying these 7 wealth-draining things boil down to the lure of instant gratification. the normalization of harmful spending habits, the hidden opportunity cost of everyday purchases, a lack of actionable strategies to redirect money into wealth-building channels. But the good news is this: financial freedom is entirely attainable. By understanding human psychology, recognizing hidden traps, calculating opportunity costs, and taking practical steps, anyone can break free from the cycle of poverty. Remember, wealth is not about how much you earn. It's about how wisely you manage, save, and invest what you have. Each small step compounds into a lifetime of financial security and independence. Start today, make one smart change, and watch your wealth grow exponentially. Breaking free from the cycle of financial struggle is not about how much you earn. It's about how wisely you spend, save, and invest the money you already have. For many, the 7 purchases we've discussed — brand new cars, lottery tickets, payday loans, rent-to-own furniture, extended warranties, cable and streaming services, and fast food — are invisible traps. They appear small or harmless in daily life. Yet when repeated consistently, they silently drain tens of thousands of dollars from your financial potential. The reality is that each purchase is not just an expense, it's a vote for the life you want to live. When you buy a $5 coffee every day, it's not just $5 being spent. It's money that could have been invested, compounding over decades to create security and freedom. When you take out a high-interest payday loan, it's not just the principal you owe. It's lost opportunities, stress, and a growing barrier to wealth. These decisions, repeated day after day, create a gap between where most people are and where they could be financially. Understanding this requires a shift in mindset. The difference between a poverty mindset and a wealth mindset is long-term thinking versus short-term satisfaction. Instant gratification feels rewarding, but it comes at the cost of future independence. Wealth is BUI. Not by chasing fleeting pleasures, but by making intentional, disciplined choices that favor growth, security, and freedom over convenience. Every dollar you save or invest compounds over time, turning small daily sacrifices into life-changing results. The good news is that breaking free from these habits is entirely achievable. It begins with awareness, recognizing which purchases are silently destroying your wealth. Then comes action. Choosing one small change at a time, whether it's skipping a subscription, preparing meals at home, or buying used items instead of new. Redirect the money you save into investments, retirement accounts, or emergency funds. Over months and years, these small, consistent actions accumulate into significant wealth and financial freedom. It's also essential to understand that this journey is not about deprivation. It's about making conscious choices that serve your future self. You can still enjoy life, celebrate milestones, and indulge occasionally, but with a strategic approach that does not compromise your long-term goals. Wealth is a product of discipline, patience, and foresight, not luck or sheer income. In the end, your financial destiny is shaped by the decisions you make today. Each dollar spent is either an investment in your freedom or a step deeper into financial struggle. By avoiding the 7 wealth-draining purchases, embracing a long-term mindset, and implementing practical strategies consistently, anyone can break the cycle of poverty. The power is in your hands. Start small. Identify one purchase to eliminate this week. Calculate your savings, invest that money. Then repeat month after month. Over time, the compounded results will surprise you. You will not only gain financial security, but also the confidence, peace of mind, and freedom that come with taking control of your money. Wealth is not a distant dream. It is a choice, a habit, and a discipline. And that choice begins today.